The battle didn't end for Hector Dominguez after his last deployment. It was actually escalating.
I would drink a lot. And at first I was relating it to my trauma, right? With the deployments and stuff like that. So I was using that kind of like an excuse to drink. And then I lost control of the drinking.
His addiction landed him in a new foxhole with white walls and heart monitors.
It got to a point that my health condition had deteriorated so much. They admitted me to ICU because my glucose reading was over 800. I was literally in deathbed at that point. Once I came out of it, they talked to me about my drinking. They did blood work, and they're like, if you continue this path, you're gonna eventually die.
It was a matter of life and death. He needed help, and a treatment facility in Bandera, Texas called Warrior's Heart was the right fit. During his first stay there, he learned about Hope for the Warriors, and later on, he connected with Hope's Director of Clinical Case Management and Financial Wellness, Shelly Rodriguez. Through the Critical Needs Program, Hope helped Hector claw his way out.
We know there's a need to support folks in treatment with bills, because a lot of times the reasons why people won't go to treatment, even though it's so desperately needed, is because they can't afford to do it.
For me, it took away a lot of the stress, because financially, I don't think I would have been able to afford it. I know I wouldn't have been able to afford it.
You see it all the time. Someone with an addiction takes steps to get help, but the walls start closing in.
It just helped relieve all that stress, the anxiety, everything that comes with, the worrying of the next step in your life, but not knowing if you're going to be able to afford the next step, and y'all took that away. It was like liberating.
Addiction is an enemy that won't surrender without a fight. Hector is still battling, currently in sober living after his third stay at Warrior's Heart after a couple of relapses. This time it's different. This time Hector has a new companion in the foxhole with him. This time he has Ben.
I fell in love with Ben like the minute I saw him. Ben was a TSA dog, but he didn't complete his program because he had a lot of anxiety issues. So they cut Ben from the TSA program, and then Warrior's Heart picked him up.
The connection was instant through the K9 program at Warrior's Heart.
Ben just leaped at me. And then that guy that was walking him was like, what? He's like, Ben never does that. He's afraid of people, this and that. I'm like, well, and then I asked him, I go, is he one of the ones up for adoption? He's like, yeah, man, like nobody wants Ben. I'm like, I want Ben.
The pair bonded. Ben would wake Hector up from his nightmares and help him with his anxiety and PTSD. The pup was supposed to go with him to sober living, but it would cost $5,000 to adopt him. He didn't have that kind of money, so he went without his canine companion.
They were anticipating me to come with a dog. So I had a room that had a kennel, and there I am sitting in my room without my dog. I was getting ready to run to my old ways.
The next day, Hector logged into a GoFundMe he started before leaving for sober living. He was shocked to see the number on the screen. His fellow warriors had joined forces to get him his dog back.
I was overwhelmed. I literally went into tears. So getting Ben was happiest moment I had felt other than, the birth of my children. But it was like a child coming home for me.
Ben brought Hector out of his shell, and Hope Career Transition Case Manager Christy Warren stepped in to help him continue taking steps forward.
From the moment I met Miss Christy, it was like, I let it be known, this is where I'm at, I want a job, this is what my profession was. And she took that and she ran with it.
The hard work paid off. Hector and Ben both started their new jobs in the spring.
Just seeing her reaction, support from her, just made my day even more better, I can't really explain what I felt at that moment, but I felt for sure gratitude, to have someone as powerful as her in my corner.
I think he has amazing potential to do whatever he wants to do. He's so kind and so focused and driven.
He could have given up, but he didn't. And Hope is proud to be just a small chapter in Hector's inspiring story.